Hey, thank you all for joining. So today is Teen Talk Tuesday. And I'm so excited about this topic because it's kind of a continuation of what we were speaking on last week. So before I even go into all of that, let me do my watch party because I know people join in. Watch together with some friends. There we go. Boom. Okay, so I have that started. Okay, so last week, if you all were on, or even if you were not, let me just kind of give you a little bit of what we were speaking on last week to move you into this week. Last week, we talked about teen depression and anxiety with Cameron Johnson. It was really great. We were able to hear from a teen's perspective about what is actually going on with them, what's causing depression, what causes anxiety, and a lot of people came with loads of questions and also wanting to talk about it more. So this week, we are speaking on knowing your identity, which was something that many teens shared in the group of them struggling with or struggles that they've had in the past. So today I'm so excited to be able to talk about this conversation and speaking about it with someone who has actually gone through this herself, and she's going to share an amazing testimony and be able to help more people along the way. So I want to say, first of all, thank you all for joining Teen Talk Tuesday. Make sure you share this with someone you know will help them because it's going to be a phenomenal conversation. I'm telling you. Second of all, we want to say welcome to Jaylee Snodgrass. Oh my gosh. Jaylee. Hey, Jaylee. All right, so kind of tell the people before we even go into everything, let them know a little bit about you, what grade you're in. Let them know what you're the captain of this year, and then we'll go into the conversation. All right, go ahead, girl.
Hi guys, I am Jaylee Snodgrass. I am going to the 10th grade. I am the captain of the Twirlers at Memorial High School in the Marching Heat Band.
Woo, woo,
I am
woo.
also the 2020 Ambassador Queen for Miss Mardi Gras pageant. So
Yes.
it's just been a phenomenal year, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about this topic. So let's get
Yes.
started.
I love it. I love it. And I love what we're about to talk about because I guarantee you it's going to change lives. So are
Yes,
y'all
ma'am.
ready? Hey girl, thank you for joining. I'm looking at people saying hello and they're excited about what we're going to talk about today. So let's go ahead and dive right on in.
Let's go.
Daily, let's go. Why do you feel teens struggle with knowing who they are?
I feel it for me mostly, I compare myself to a lot of things. I compare myself to a lot of people, and I have to see myself compared to them. I have to see my body shape. I have to see my skin color is. So I usually do that, and that's what makes me originally lost my identity at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then so until a lot of teens compare themselves. A lot of teens wish, oh, I had that body shape
Mm-hmm.
when that's how you were originally made. That's how God made you to be. So that's one big reason why.
Yes, and that's a really good point right there because do you know that like across all of the nation, you guys, the number one struggles that teens have, girls have, is actually knowing who they are. And it starts with comparing themselves to what society says they should be. So I think that that is a really great point, Jaylee. And I love that that's how you're actually starting it off. We about to go real deep, y'all. Okay? So let's go deeper. Can you
hmm
recall a time or even an age that you actually experienced this struggle and what triggered it?
I was probably about in second grade
Mm.
when a lot of people look at my family because my mom is black and my father is white.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am adopted. And a lot of people look at my family like, that's not your real mom. So that's
Mm.
kind of what triggered it. And then that's what kind of made me like, is this really my family? Or like, are these people really who they say they are? So it kind of like brought it to a deeper thought in my mind at that young age. So that's kind of what triggered it.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I overcame it
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people would say, "Oh, that's not your parents. They didn't want you in the beginning. They just wanted you because they felt bad for you."
Mm-hmm.
But when I found out that it was true love and
Mm-hmm.
like they loved me for who I am, they loved me for all my flaws and my mistakes because my parents love me and then my whole family loves me. They surround me. They are good
Mm-hmm.
supporters in everything I do. So that kind of is what made me overcame it because no matter what people say and no matter how deep it runs in my mind, I still have something to support me to bring it back up.
Yes. Okay. This is good right here. She said it started in second grade, guys. Second grade. It started in second grade, and the reason why she started actually questioning her identity was because of what other people were saying. Sometimes kids can be real cruel, and a lot of it stems
Mm-hmm.
from other issues that we can't go into at this moment. But discussing what Jay Lee is speaking on, she said in second grade, what triggered it was that people were talking about her mom and her dad because she's adopted. And she started to question, wait, are these my real parents? Do they really love me? Who am I? Because she wasn't seeing herself in them. And it wasn't until she actually started seeing the love that overcame all of the words that people were saying that she began to see herself in that. And I believe that this is such a great thing to share because you're not the only one that have adopted that is adopted and have parents that chose to take them in. You're not the only one that doesn't see themselves physically within their parents. Yet your parents do love you. Your parents have been there and they're going to continue to be there for you. And I'm so grateful that you're actually choosing to go deep and share that personal story with us. So thank you for that. I see comments. You are an overcomer. Thank you for sharing that. That's one of the comments. Long time no see. I doubt she will remember me. That's so Samuel saying, hey. So like a lot of people saying, amen. This is really good. So I'm so happy to actually see people, being moved by your story. Now, Jaylee, how did you overcome? So you spoke a little bit about, you had to start seeing the love in them, but what were some specifics? How did you overcome that struggle?
I mostly talked to my parents about it. I talked to my family.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I did want to meet my real mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of negativity in my mind until I got into church. I got into reading the Bible. I got into communicating, being more social to my family.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I figured this out, when they told me I was adopted, it kind of set like it made had a major setback in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started praying more about it, and then when I started like talking to God about like, are these my real parents, or do they truly love me? And then it was like all coming back in.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the major things, was getting into the Bible and getting into the Word with Him.
Yes.
And then a second major was talking to my family, like talking to my peers about it, talking to my parents about it was a major factor because like I was questioning them and I was questioning myself also. So that communication that we had between me and my parents, that was a really, really big help to me. And it
Yeah.
was like, that's another reason how I overcame it.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. And um, it's so important for teens to hear this because some actually fear of talking to their parents about it. And as you hear from her mouth, she was able to actually gain more understanding, and also it helped her to overcome all of the things that people were saying outside simply because she chose to speak to them. And she has an amazing mother and father, you guys. Like, I love them. I truly do. And I feel like the reason why Jaylee is this example today is because of them. And when she was talking about not only talking to her parents but also diving into the Bible and getting to know the word more, completely phenomenal. Because if you don't know who you are, God can definitely share multiple scriptures to get you to that point of knowing who you are in Him and not in the world. So I think that this is phenomenal. Phenomenal. So tell me, do you feel that social media affects the development of adolescent identity?
It really does. To me, it really does because I've experienced that. I've seen it. I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it plays a very, very major part of losing your identity
Mm-hmm.
and losing your inner self and trying to figure out who you are and trying to be like other people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like, it's basically like comparison all over again. So
Yeah.
that plays a really major part.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm so grateful that you're actually sharing that because there are so many people. Now listen, I want to be very clear and let you know that I do not feel that all social media is negative because as you can
Mm-hmm.
see, what we're doing is a positive thing. But it's about having more people like myself, more people like Jay Lee that's willing to be transparent on this, bringing forth positivity for our younger generation. You know, we have to actually bring more light. Light will actually cast out darkness, but it takes more of us being bold enough to actually bring that forth to them. A lot of people always ask me, you know, Coach K, I can't believe you go on, you know, all these different social media platforms. Listen, I am the founder of a teen nonprofit. I'm going to go where they go. Let me tell you. Because that's how I can connect with them as well as check up on them. Because I'm a
Mm-hmm.
stalker. I will look all up and through their pages to make sure they're not doing anything that tarnishes themselves and who God has called them to be. And if I see some, I'm definitely tagging a parent, contacting a parent, and contacting the teen. Right, Jay Lee? What you
Mm-hmm.
doing on here? But anyway, I do appreciate you sharing that because it can be a beast. And if you guys have heard the previous teen talks, we spoke with other teens where they talked about the dangers of social media and how it actually can definitely pull them away and that sometimes they had to actually do a detox. They had to actually remove themselves from social medias to get more clear on who they were because they were seeing so many different things and they kept comparing themselves and it was like, no, wait, that's not who I am. And they had to step away from it and then go back when they were more mentally strong. So don't think our girls not smart enough to know what they need to do. Sometimes they just need our little encouragement. Let's see. People are saying, amen, Coach K. Yes, I will troll a
Mm-hmm.
page and have no problem with telling them I'm doing it. When they join Teen Kick, I'd be like, okay, let me introduce you to this social media contract to let you know I'm going to be all up in your business.
She follow
Let's
you
see.
on Instagram and everything.
I surely will. And
Mm-hmm.
I will do a picture so you can't tell me it wasn't you. And I'm on their spam pages too. Oh, you got two Instagram? Oh, you thought you was slick, huh? Girl,
Mm-hmm.
thought you knew I was supposed to be in the FBI. All right, let's see. That's my WECHS fellow classmate. Go, Jay Lee. This is the. I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher your name, but one of your friends on here, girl. Someone else says it takes a village for sure. Jay Lee knows she's got a big team behind her. That's from
Mm-hmm.
Joanna Robinson Moore. You absolutely do. A lot of your families on here. There's also a comment from one of your friends that said Mr. and Mrs. Snodgrass are extraordinary parents. Yes, they
Oh.
are. I'm just saying. I love you, girl. Hey, Jay Lee. And they're just tagging people because they're loving the conversation. Thank you all. Okay. Now, moving on. So you talked about how social media has negatively impacted you. You've spoken on, you know, the issues that you face with your identity. Say there's a teen girl on here right now and she's like, that's me. I don't know how to get out of it. What advice would you give that girl that's currently struggling with knowing her identity?
I would say keep on pushing
Yes.
because usually losing your identity will cause depression, a lot of things because you don't know about yourself, and it will cause more damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
So keep on pushing and like surround yourself about positive people. Don't surround about negativity. If you see something negative, block and delete it. If it doesn't matter,
There is blessing in the block. Come on, Jay Lee. You remember
there
that
is.
dance, right?
There is a lot of blessings in the block, and trust me, a lot of negative people are on my block list, and I do that because I know that having not knowing who you are and not knowing where you belong, not feeling that you are worthy enough, or like I'm not that type of person, can affect more your mind because our minds go quickly to negativity than positivity.
Mm-hmm.
So I always say keep on pushing and look at the greater good in life.
Yeah.
Don't look at the negative. Don't focus on it.
Yeah.
Focus on you and focus on if and I like I say this, if you want to lose weight, you can't you have to do it for yourself. If you
Yeah.
want to look like other people and if you want to compare yourself, I say please don't, because a lot of people use surgeries and a lot of things, but God made you how you are for
Filters.
yourself. A lot of
Yeah.
filters, a lot of people use them. A lot of people use Photoshop,
Mm.
but you use your body as a temple, and
Yeah.
it is built how it's supposed to be built. All the curves are loving, all the stretch marks are loving. You may hate it, but trust me, it is good in your
You
own
better
eyes.
speak a word, Jaylee. I'm gonna get up and run around the room. Sorry, I got trying to hold
It's
still.
okay. But like keep on pushing. Like don't stop, because I was at that point. I wanted to stop. I wanted to not be here anymore. I looked at my body like it was disgusting. I felt disgusted about myself. And so I kept pushing. And the more I pushed, the more I seen the positivity, the more I've seen about my body. And that's why I will walk out with a crop top and I'll love myself, all my marks and all my stretches. I will love it because I love my identity. I love who I am.
Yeah.
So if that is you, you can talk to Coach K, you can talk to anybody, just keep on pushing. Cause that is a major part.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Girl. Now y'all know I'm known for my big hair, my big laugh, my big mouth, my big personality. I am loud and I'm proud of it. I want to get up from around this chair and run around this room because this girl has just given us all life. I hope you all are taking notes. I hope you all are taking notes because you have to be willing to push. You have to be willing to push. Keep moving forward. Don't let it stop you. Those feelings are temporary. Don't
Mhm.
make a permanent decision behind a temporary feeling. God has you. Look, I'm dropping my stuff, y'all. God has you. You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep moving forward. Jaylee, you said that so wonderfully. Okay, we got like a million comments. Let me make sure that I say some of them because I could just keep going on. I'm so proud of her. All right, let's see. Come on, young women of God. So much wisdom at such a young age, and a great speaker too. She is a great speaker. Yes, 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 yes. Wisdom at this young age. People are saying, "Baby girl is preaching to us." She really is. If y'all didn't know, um, just know God has you, Jaylee. Only He can bring you through the storm. You have a bright future ahead of you. I love you, baby girl. I felt all these ways. You go, girl. Yes! She better go. Listen, I'm about to give her a contract for speaking. She gonna come on a road with me. She is doing an amazing job. Okay? All right. They say keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yes, yes, yes. I will keep doing it. All right. So let's go on. We have just a couple more questions. If you guys have any questions for Jaylee, make sure you drop them in the comments because I will read them. As you see, I'm reading the comments. Okay. Look, your grandma say, "Amen, girl." Preach. Granny is proud of you. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So, Jaylee, tell us about your tribe, okay? Tell us about who has helped you to gain this clarity on your identity.
I would mostly say my parents,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was lost, it brought me back a lot. And then mostly my family, because I have a wonderful family. They're all God's children. They love the Bible. They speak word into me every day. And then I will mostly thank my aunt,
Mm-hmm.
because when I used to live with her, like at one point, because I was not feeling myself.
Mm-hmm.
And she made a whole YouTube video about knowing who I am,
Mm.
knowing how I am supposed to be. And then like that really helped me out a lot. And I still look back on that video
Mm-hmm.
So I know how I am and know how I'm supposed to be, know how I surround myself by. And I'm like, I think my best friends, because like they took a lot of time to be on FaceTime with me and cried, and then paragraphs after paragraphs of emotion and love.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will mostly like to thank God, because I still wouldn't be here. I would
Yeah.
not be here if I didn't give the people I love that type of communication to come towards me and talk life into me more than I can ever think of.
Yes, she thanking God, y'all, and her amazing family. Yes, 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 that is phenomenal. Auntie, you're doing a great job. Mom, dad, granny, all y'all. Phenomenal young lady. Phenomenal young lady. Um, Jackie says it is very important to be surrounded by the right people. You are absolutely correct about it, because without that, let me just tell you, it's easy for them to slip away. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm so happy to hear about your amazing tribe and you sharing it with the world. All right, as we wrap up, remember, listen, Creed. Look, y'all, he can't let my lives be great. He have to make his presence known. Okay. So, as we wrap up, we have two more questions. But as we wrap up, once again, if you have any comments or questions, make sure that you post them in the chat so I can be able to share them with Jaylee, okay? Now, Jaylee, what question do you have for me? I give all the girls the opportunity to ask me a question. A lot of times they throw me off my rocker, but I stand strong. What question do you have for me, Jaylee?
What was the first time you lost your identity?
Woo! I knew she was gonna ask me. Okay, now look, y'all want me to take y'all to church? When was the first time I lost my identity? I was 7. I was 7 years old. My grandfather passed. And when my grandfather passed, I was forced to go and live with my mom. I'm the first granddaughter, you guys. So I was used to, I'm a grandparents baby, you know. And being the first girl out of all these boys, listen, my life was my grandparents and their lives was mine. And so when moving with my mom, it was a part of me losing myself. And as most who know my story, that's also when a lot of trauma happened to me. A lot of things that I experienced that you could read in my books because I've spoken about them. But, you know, like with the sexual abuse, the selling of my body, those different things, a lot of that happened at that time. And it just continued to pull me away, not knowing who I was. So the first time I lost my identity was 7 years old. I'm so grateful God helped me bring it back, you know, and know who I am. I don't regret anything that I've gone through. I don't, you know, dislike or hate anyone that have done harmful things to me because, listen, all of it has been counted for good. God has used every single thing that I've gone through to be able to pour back into these young girls and remind them of who they are in Him and to let them know no matter what you go through, God has, is, and will always be there for you. So don't take my story as a woe is me. It's not. I am very grateful for my story because without it, I wouldn't be who I am today. But to answer your question, my first time losing my identity was at the age of 7. But being a girl, being a woman, I lost it multiple times along the way. But grateful to God, I always come back to Him. Does that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Woo! You almost had me crying, girl, but you wasn't gonna get it. All right. Anyone else have anything other like they saying? Yes, amen. Oh, I'm helping you. I'm happy I'm helping you, girl. She's helping you. I'm happy she helping you too. I'm loving all the comments. I'm loving the interaction. So proud of our Miss Mardi Gras ambassador. Yes, isn't she phenomenal? Your family has got to be very, very proud of you. Oh, hold on, I'm losing. I'm very, very proud of you. What a week. Sorry, she said sorry, spell check. I know they be messing up everything, but they're basically saying what a spoken smart young lady. Myself and Mr. Dennis have known you since you were born. We love you and your family. That's from Rochelle Howard.
Thank you.
Oh, how lovely. From teen to teen. Okay, let's read this one. From teen to teen, I want to let you know that when you look in the mirror every day, God has formed you and structured you into the beautiful young woman that you are. Nothing is impossible to overcome. Set your goals and roll with them and keep them between you and God so that your goals come out as planned and so others won't throw you off. He will keep you on the right path. Now listen, teen, Deja, you better come on Teen Talk. I need to schedule you for next month because you are giving a word. Yes, that was phenomenal. Do y'all hear from the mouths of babes? These girls are, listen, they got my heart. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, it was a word. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Jaylee, closing us out. Tell us, what is the scripture or the quote that you stand on when you need a little reminder of knowing who you are?
The past cannot change you, but the future can. So look at the positivity, not the negative.
Ooh, look at the positivity, not the negative. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. They are saying yes, 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 yes. Deja would be amazing. Yes. Okay, so Deja, you hear that? You're coming on. I have an opening like toward the end of August. So can you please DM me and I'll give you more information.
And I will watch you. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yes, you hear Jaylee, right? Jaylee, make sure you text her my phone number. I ain't playing with her. She gonna come on. So proud of you, Jaylee. Oh, look, your Yolanda said so proud of you. Marie J says, Jaylee, Miss J is proud of you. Yes, 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 so proud of you. Well spoken. They're giving you so many props. She said I would love to. I'm holding you to it, putting you on the calendar for real. Yes, yes, yes. You have definitely helped me. Thank you so much for your transparency. I'm reading comments from multiple platforms. I'm so happy that people have enjoyed your conversation. You have definitely touched me. I've known Jaylee now. How long have we known each other? Whatever. Like, I've known her for
6 years.
Yeah. I've known her for a long time. And I have seen her grow, and along the journey, she has definitely blessed my soul. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Virtual hug right now. If I just want to touch you right now. You're so wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They said she is a leader. Continue. That's a sweet girl. Yes, she is. She is. She is. She is. So, wrapping up, you guys. Once again, I want to tell you thank you all for watching. I really hope that you share this with someone because these teens need to hear from a teen's perspective. And as you heard from Jaylee, one of her biggest struggles with identity was because she is an adopted child. Her mother is African American. Her father is Caucasian, but yet she is a mixture of both of their love. And she struggled because she didn't see herself in them. But through God, she was able to come full circle because she has an amazing tribe around her. Her family is phenomenal. They continue to pour into her and they're not letting her go. And all above that, God has continued to keep her, lead her, and guide her. So, Jaylee, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
You can continue to share this. This will be on replay on both YouTube as well as Facebook. So you can be able to share with anyone you know that this message will touch. And come back next Tuesday because every single Tuesday I'm speaking to a different team. We've been doing it for 10 weeks now. And I'm so excited about this because it's just going to get better. Thank you, Jaylee. Thank you all for watching. Let me see. I see people saying stuff. I don't want to miss anybody. They're just saying, they're asking. Okay, yes, it will be on. Oh, look, your mom's saying it's going to be on my page when it's over. You can start it over. Yes, you can also start it over on Coach K. If you're not friends with Jaylee's mom or Jaylee, you can find it on Candidly Coach K. Replay there, both on my Facebook page as well as YouTube. It will always be up there. Thanks for the reminders, they're saying. Jaylee, you had me crying. Thank you, Coach K, for giving these powerful teams a platform. Oh, you're welcome, girl. Thank you, Dr. Michelle Snodgrass. I hope I would have seen this from the beginning. Jaylee has made her teacher proud. Oh, that's from your teacher, girl. Well, you can go and rewatch it on her page. Absolutely. Thank you all for joining. Y'all have a fabulous day, and make sure you come back and tune in next Tuesday. Bye, guys.
Bye.